Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about the Samsung QN850B, B as in Baker, which means that it's last year's model. So we were shopping at Sam's Club the other day, a couple weeks ago, on our way out of the store, already paid for the groceries on our app, and we looked over into the area where they have the closeouts sitting as you leave the door, and there was this big box. So my wife and I went over there and took a look at it. There was a brand new unopened 8K television, the QN850B. So this is a Neo-LED TV, which means it has the micro LED backlighting. So it has really good blacks, really good whites, and the zones are really sharp. But not only that, it's got the One Connect box, so half of your TV, the whole processor and everything, you put down on a shelf or something below it, or you can mount it away from the wall and put it on the back there. Now, speaking of mounting on the wall, we went with this style, the picture frame style mounting, which is in the corners, which is flush to the wall. You can't even put your fingers behind the wall. The TV is so thin and so next to the wall. So I'll leave a description below. In the description below, I'll leave a link to the mounting, and they worked really well. They're like a third of the price of the Samsung mount, but they're almost one for one, 100% similar. Just everything about it. The processor speed is fast. The remote works good. It's an amazing television. The colors on this 8K television, they are immaculate. They just pop. The clarity, the UpRes engine that upreses it from 4K to 8K really does a great job. It even upreses standard definition TV, the old cowboy movies. So this has to be upres, not just to 1080p, not to 4K, but all the way to 8K. Now I think that's utterly amazing that this old movie can show up on 8K when if you understand the science to it, the computer has to, if you understand the science to it, it has to make data where there's no data in order to fill all those pixels. So there it is. That's how good it has the UpRes engine to do some old time stuff. It'll UpRes it all the way to 8K, and it does a good job on that too. Now right now this channel is 12K HDR, 120 frames a second. It's from Brilliant Vibrance. And they have some photography that is outstanding. The colors and they're beautiful. The resolution is beautiful. Now I didn't think going from 4K to 8K would be a thing. I wasn't looking for an 8K. This was actually the only one that they had in the store. And it was, like I said, it was a closeout. They're waiting for their new models to come in. Now, I did have one issue. I had it for about a week, and there was a black vertical line on the screen. And I already had liked this TV so well that I didn't want to take it back even with the line in it. So I called Samsung service. They wrote a repair order, ticket number, and sent it out to the repair shop that's in my area. They contacted me, they ordered the part, they came out, they replaced the screen, they transferred components from this screen, the original screen, to this screen, and got it fixed all in a matter of a few weeks. Excellent service from Samsung, excellent service from Mike's Quality TV Repair. The guys that came out were awesome. So the sound on this, I got to see the inside of this while they were taking it apart. And there's 4 bass speakers on this side, 4 bass speakers on that side, and there's speakers in the middle and on the top corners. And I believe that they're supposed to be able to follow the action with the Dolby sound, Dolby Atmos sound. Now, everybody says from my research that, the sound bar would really make this sound good, but I don't have the modern soundbar to go with this. I have a very old Sony sound system that is 5.1 surround, and it sounds good. I have a big subwoofer. I don't know if you can see it over there. But I would like to try the new modern sound bars, and if that happens someday, but I'm not paying the big bucks for that since I already have one. Now, look at that picture. I mean, the photography is so excellent. In fact, the highlights, this is HDR32 Plus. That stands for High Dynamic Range. My camera, my new Sony EV10, it cannot even capture the whites and the blacks on this, the shades of gray and the shades of white. I've been trying to film this thing all week to try to get some good shots, good footage to show what the TV does, but my camera is not good enough to capture HDR32 Plus. It's just fantastic. The shades, the amount of tones of color between light and dark, and the bright is so bright, and the dark is, you know, even with the lights off, you don't see the gradients like the old TVs. You'd see all the gradients. So this is our third Samsung TV. We started years ago with a Samsung Plasma. Then we went to later a 55-inch 4K television, and now we have a 75-inch 8K television. Now this isn't really about the television. I just wanted to share that with you. It's more about if you keep your eyes out and you look for the deal, then you might have something that you never expected you were going to have. I had no expectation of having a $4,500 television set if you look at the prices nowadays for this, the C model, but I had no expectations I wouldn't ever spend that kind of money on a television. But because it just happened, we were walking out the door, there it was for a good price. Hey, keep your eyes out. Look for last year's models almost on everything. The ZVE10 that I got, that's last year's model or the year before that. The prices, they drop on the older products. I'm not so sure that the price dropped on the Sony EV10, but all in all, you're better off to buy last year's model and save some money. After you hang it on the wall, you'll enjoy it. You won't even notice what you're missing because you really won't be missing much when it comes to, you think you're missing $3,000, $4,000 worth of color on there? I don't think so. Now, everybody talks about the 900 model and the 950 model, but this is the 850 and it's great. Now, my research indicates that the 800 and the 850 are the same. I think from what I've read is the 850 is like for Sam's Club and Costco big box stores, and the 800 was for Best Buy and all those guys. So the 800 model versus the 900 model and the 950, they have little nuances there. But all in all, the picture is awesome. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by the channel. Please hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.